Hello and aloha to everyone. My name is Abbas Tamori. Time is about 1 o'clock on 8th of the June. It's happened to be a very stormy night, and in the middle of the recording the light went off. It might happen again, so I have to redo this again. Last time I spoke on one of the virtue and the quality, spiritual quality of love, and essentially I tried to explain it. Tonight I'm going to be talking about the unity. Love and unity is one of the most important teachings of the Baha'i faith. Love truly is the natural, universal bond that I believe between everything and everyone in the entire universe should exist. It exists among the intelligent beings. They cannot discover it. It's very difficult. And since it cannot be achieved, perhaps we have not reached to that understanding yet. Not all of us. So in that case, unity becomes an alternative. Meaning, if you can't love them, you have to unite to understand the use of another person, the other people of the earth, to be with you in a teamwork. And what exists spiritually and naturally, that's an understanding. Unity as a spiritual virtue is definitely cannot be taught. Like everything is spiritual. Some a friend of mine say that the spiritual teaching of Baha'ullah. I told them all that true, but they're like catalysts. Like Baha'ullah tells you, shall we say, to become an engineer. But what you're going to make is up to you. So the way to the spirituality is through the Baha'i faith by Baha'ullah. But it is your final decisions whether you want to accept it or not. This is why the teaching of Jesus Christ with over 12 of his disciples, one of them didn't accept it. Same story as in Islam. Oh, thousands of it is in the Baha'i faith. The great individuals, they were so close. It was their decision. The stepbrother of Abdullah, who was in rank right below Abdullah, but he decided to be jealous and to go against him. So we have to understand, none of the spiritual values and virtues can be taught. It has to be decided. The person has to learn. It's because in this level, will works, not time. It's in the whole trend of the universe, from absolute silence, from the prime will cut into the prime matter, and time and motion begins, and then you can see in the course of evolution, we have all this universe made, and within this universe there are planets, in where the molecules forms from the atoms, and you have the plant, and then you have life, and then you have animals where the communication slowly and slightly will gradually go away from matter into power of will. When it comes to man, which is a thinking power, he has the willpower, but when he becomes a spiritual and the spiritual issues comes in, no one can be manipulated. Definitely the will works there. So Baha'u'llah cannot make you a better person. You have to decide to be. He only can tell you what goodness is. But whether you choose it or not, it's your own prerogative. So what this spiritual unity means is to understand that one person is also a part of the group. One has to understand. This is the understanding and the pleasure of it and the power of it. If you have that power, immediately connect to the other people. If you have that virtue in you, if you have that attributes. And that is the sense that I want to work within the group. And do I strive for it? That is the sense of unity. That's the virtue and the attributes of unity commanding you, letting you to go and connect to other people and create something good. So definitely the greatest teaching of Baha'u'llah is unity. But this unity has been there already. People have been united because they speak the same languages, they have the same culture, they have the same religion, they have the same geographical background, whatever, all those things. It has been done in the past. Now, today, in our century, all those national, I'll say, continental ideas have grown to their maximum capacities. Let's say Islam and Christianity. But as they come close together, there's no mechanism to unite them, to tell Christians and the Muslims they're one and the same. They're in fact the two closest religions on the planet, are these two religions. Nothing is as close as these two are. But there's no mechanism to tell them. It seems that the frequencies, like a radio wave that, you send something to somebody, if there's short wave and you're saying long waves, the radio cannot register it. It seems understanding also has a language, a frequencies. Two people speaking the same language, English or French, over an issue. One, they just cannot register what each other they say. It seems just the frequencies are different. So Baha'u'llah has brought a different mechanism of unity with a power to say that all these religions of the past, or anything that the universe has brought up, all the good things, anything, they have to come in a unity, in a global unity, because it's beneficial to people, because it is useful. And we have to understand what it means, first of all, and then, once we understand it, then, first window shopping it, you feel it, and then you work for it, it becomes a habit, and your habit becomes your ethic, and it goes on, you act about it, and finally you become a united individual, a man of the unison in his heart. Shaykh Effendi says, in the world order of Baha'u'llah, Baha'i faith and the world order of Baha'u'llah, which is the mechanism to establish it in the earth, has not come in competition with anything that's already been there in the planet. Everything that's out there and has been there, has been the legacy of mankind, has been in the form of national. Islam has, penetrated certain nations, so has Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, or any other thing that we have had. But today, Baha'u'llah has brought a different unity. Let's say, like, you have provinces, many provinces in a country, but there's no country made. It's like a federalist that comes and unites the small government into a bigger government, create a federal government such as Canada or, United States. Baha'i faith wants to create that federations between all of these things. So it's not a competition with Islam. His claim, his case, his values are nothing to do with the Islams or Christianity. It's something else. It's beyond them. Islam and Christianity are a part of it. They're like provinces of the Baha'i faith. So Baha'i faith not only doesn't want to destroy them and get rid of them, but it wants to make them to work in their original form. And if somebody wants to stick to it, let him go. Baha'is are to know what Islam and Christianity or other religions are. So, in the light of this, we could say that Baha'u'llah has not come for the removal of the bad people. Bad people in the Baha'i faith, they don't exist. We say, Abdul Baha says, the source of the wickedness, it's all ignorance. If you remove ignorance, people understand. For their own benefit, they have to be united. It's better for them. So Baha'u'llah has come to unite the good people. Good people, they don't get along. They create bad. They're two good persons, good intentions, but they don't get along. As a result, their followers, they fight with each other, jealousy comes, or competition comes, and all kind of things happens out of good people. This is what Baha'u'llah has come to diminish. He tells us that man and the society, an individual and the society and the globe as a whole, is like one cell of a human and the entire body of a human being. He says in this matter, a cell on its own can never have the pleasure that it receives from the whole body as a whole. For example, a cell of my body, even if it exists, it cannot go anywhere, it cannot see anything, it cannot hear anything. But in a conglomerated way that God has put the body together, some of the cells, they, create hearing, sight, body moves. All of that to the pleasure of that individual cell. If that individual cell understands that he is a part of the whole, then it does not compete with the rest of the cells. He knows we're all his brothers and sisters. We're all in a team. He tries to awaken everybody up to the reality, to create that oneness, because once the humanity together, if it is fractured right now, as it is sick right now, but if it is healed and get together in one big force, it's beneficial to every human being. For example, if we form, shall we say, Baha'ullah's wish is a universal government, one of the tiny aspects of this spiritual unity. Imagine all these armies, billions and billions, trillions of dollars, which each country has because they're afraid of other countries that might attack them. If you have a universal government, all of these armies and all of this is vanished. The cost of which it goes in the pocket of the people, and actually goes to fix the earth areas that they should be fixed. Just one aspect of it. In Canada, the provinces, they don't have army against each other. Why? Because there's a federal army. In the United States, the same thing. So why can't the whole world be united under one commonwealth, as Abdul Baha, as Sharif, and this is in the God passes by, in the world order of Baha'ullah. So all these individual countries, they save money. You see? But this unity works around the axis of goodness. We have to unite around Baha'ullah, who is the harbinger, who is the manifestation of the truth, who want us to understand that this is the center. If you understand that center, when you unite around it, we'll all become powerful. Just like a business. You throw the money where you have to, do in the company, then you get benefits, more. But if you think that just unity on its own can be around anything, that is wrong. If people are getting united to rob people or cheat people or destroy people, that sort of a unity, which is, around a bad cause, the center of it is a bad cause, is no good.